I was every Saturday in March. I was in a different place, and it wound up in Indianapolis this past Saturday. Dan the Beast Severn joining us on the Verizon Wireless Hotline. Again, we apologize to the fans for just a bit of a technical glitch, and we shared a laugh about it. I had Mike Granahan on the show yesterday, and he said something that kind of got me laughing, and now I'm curious about it. You do a little comedy as well.
think of Mike Granahan. I think he might be just a child of Bobby the Brain Genius. I mean, this guy just never, I'm always still entertained by him all the time. I mean, he comes up with some pretty good ideas.
Yes.
Pretty far out there ideas at times, but I got to admit, I'm always entertained.
How did you start it? How did you start or get to working in comedy as well? Because you got that on your resume.
I don't know. I mean, if anyone ever saw me just in my mode of competition, I mean, I still scare people today. I was actually just at a mixed martial arts expo just 2 weeks ago, and I saw a couple of gentlemen, out of the corner of my eye, they were just kind of talking and they're kind of pointing out towards me. And I looked over towards them. I mean, both the heads turned away. It's kind of like they didn't even want to make eye contact with me. Like, and I finally invited them over. They're like, well, we were a little intimidated. I go. That's just part of putting on your game face and going out there and competing. Even the very first time, my very first UFC experience ever, I'm climbing at the cage. I've had this kind of ongoing relationship there with Big John McCarthy. He's got his routine down. He talks, getting back to that old bar era, and I'm pretty sure it's probably still today. He talks to you, the athletes, first.
Yes.
And then he talks about this, and this, and then he always finishes up with, are there any questions? And then he turns to you, and he talks to the opponent person. So he goes through his spiel, gets to the end, are there any questions? I don't think of nothing. And as he turned and started to look away, I just blurted it out of my mouth. I just simply just said, where did all that money go that my parents paid for piano lessons? He said he heard it, but when he looked back at me, he goes, it couldn't come from me because I had my game face on. And then the second time, he comes up there and does, second match, he does the same thing. Are there any questions? I was playing him. I said, I wouldn't be doing this if you would just give me the winning lotto ticket. And he couldn't believe that I'm pulling off these one-liners just before engaging in a no-holds-barred match. And his wife, Elaine, was the travel coordinator for the event, and then first he starts sharing with her. He goes, "Well, I think this guy's not mentally right," and stuff like that. Going off the date, but then they get to know me, and I go out to dinner with them and the family and the whole 9 yards, and get the point that Elaine had put a couple of words there. She started giving me a couple of some dirt on John, and literally I would be in the middle of a match, fighting one dude and carrying on a conversation with John. And he's like, he says, Dan Severn, he goes, you are the most dangerous guy out here. He says, you're just farting around, having a good old time competing, because I don't call myself a fighter. Just like I said to you guys, I've never been in a fight in my entire life. Now, I've been a competitor